Hello, Rarely friends, and welcome back to Max Plays, a very slightly silly, although interesting segment in which I inspect the storytelling of a video game. Today, I'm going to be playing through a game called Gone Home, recommended to me by Kirilan, my wonderful friend. And, we just recently finished The Walking Dead, and I wanted something different. And I've heard a lot of really good things about Gone Home, so I thought, you know what, let's dive in. It probably won't take that long. And it's probably going to be mostly me examining the world around me, and I think that's a really good way to tell a story. So let's jump right in. I have actually played like the first 2 minutes of the game just to make sure that my recording software did indeed work. So let's just play a new game. Yes, I am sure. And the game is played very simply. When I first saw footage of this game, I thought that I should start my timer. Oh my god. Kitty's not here to remind me. I'm the worst trash. Anyways. As I was saying, when I first watched footage of this game, I thought that was going to be like a survival horror sort of thing. Like, you're in this house alone, and the place is dark, and oh, I hope that nothing's going to jump at you from behind. But no, it's not like that at all. It's more of an exploration game where we have to piece together what happened here. The game should be more than able to explain the situation to us. There's a little bit of voiceover, and I have turned on the subtitles for those of you who want to catch the full story. And as soon as this loading screen is done, we should dive right in. Again, this is more of an exploration game, and it's gonna be more of me reading than anything else. But you know what? There's fun in that. The Fullbright Company presents.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Interesting. Really good job there with the background noise on the message. That it made it sound so much more authentic. So yes, the name of this game is Gone Home, and it takes place on June 7th, 1995 at 1:15 in the morning. I believe that we are playing through the eyes of a student who spent 1 year abroad and has now come back to their house to find it not exactly like they left it. Now, it does appear, I don't know if it's just me, or is the game taking a while to load? I did test the recording. Give me a moment to make sure that all my software thing is actually working correctly. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I test every game before I play it, and as soon as I start recording, something happens. I don't know if it looks a little choppy on your side, but I'm sure that will pass as soon as we're actually indoors. Some people have told me that the storm outside or whatever effect that's going on with lighting actually slows down this opening area. Regardless of that, where are we? Well, this appears to be our home, and the main mechanic of the game revolves around inspecting things by zooming in on them, like this. Our name is apparently Caitlin Greenbrier. We arrived at Portland, this appears to be Portland, flight number 270, on June 6th, 1995. Interesting. Now, of course, we can't go back. There's a storm outside, and we can't interact with a lot of things. Again, this game is going to be a lot of exploration. That rain is really loud. Let's stay away from it. And another of the ways that we can interact with things is basically by picking them up, and we can use the right mouse button to inspect things. This is gonna be one of the ways in which we basically, find puzzles. There are puzzles in this game. I haven't heard that they're really difficult. It's just kind of pretty straightforward stuff. I grew up playing point and click adventure games, so for me, it's pretty straightforward. Now, oh my god, I'm wearing one headphone, and that is incredibly loud. That is awful. Let's start by reading this note on top here. There's actually something here written. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone, Mom and Dad being scratched out, to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. Okay, so we're Katie. And Sam, I have to assume, is someone who's neither our mom or our dad, so this has got to be our little sister. Hopefully little sister. So, she's gone somewhere. Definitely not gone home. Okay, there you go. Video's over. Let's just call it quits now. But while we're on a high note. Anyways, so we have to enter the house. So let's open the door. It's locked. Alright, time for a puzzle, if I didn't already know the answer to it. This is the only interactable object, so clearly the answer has to be behind this. We open it, we open 1, we open 2, and... Can I crouch? Can I crouch? Yeah, alright. There's a Christmas duck. Everyone's gonna have a Christmas duck in their house. And let's move towards the light, because I can't see anything on this duck. Yeah, it is indeed a Christmas duck. That was $5.99 at the store. Interesting. Bye-bye, duck. Duck. Walking Dead flashbacks. There's a house key right there. Alright. How do I access the backpack? Oh, press 1 or I. Thank you, game. You're so nice. Hey! Alright. This is actually not bad. Greenbrier Caitlin. She was born in 1973. That's crazy. It's funny to see a game set in the 1990s. It's weird. Boarding pass. Okay, she was in Germany, and we just got the house key. Do we have any? There's actually a map. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know there was a map here. I was actually thinking that I would have to like draw my own map. Anyways, let's get inside. Hopefully that will actually that will fix all of the problems. All right, inside. Onwards we go. Oh yeah, it's way smoother now. Yup, I had a feeling. All right. The game is way smoother now, at least for me. I hope it's looking good in the recording. So, front hall. It would appear that someone was moving in or out. I have to assume that we lived in this house, right? We lived in this house a while back. Also, some of the lights are turned off. That's the thing that gave me the feeling that this game was gonna be like scary, but nah, it's not. It's just exploration. Can I turn off the lamp? Yeah. All right. Now let's start scavenging things. Okay, you don't have a resolution, so I have to assume that you are not important to the plot. Crouch? Oh my god, it's so... it's weird, because like, it was running way better a minute ago, but I think it should be fine. Nothing here. Oh, alright, there's a note, and that appears to be it. Directions to work from new house. Okay, so this is definitely their new house. So I have to assume that Caitlin wasn't living here before that. Directions right on blah 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 blah. Okay, so this house is actually like up in the mountains or something. An hour and 10 minutes? Wow. Is that necessary, game? Well, alright. Interesting. So, you know, there appears to be... Is there a note behind this? But this is gonna be the game, by the way. It's gonna be me basically picking everything up and making sure that, you know, nothing, like no box of tissues is unturned. Now there appears to be a file right here. Let's inspect it. An invoice. Blah 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 blah. Shipment description of shipment content. Boxes kitchen. Boxes master bed. Monster monsters. Anyways, child bed. Overweight library. Office. 24-inch television. 14-inch television. And,
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Okay, so did we find at the new house? Okay, so mechanically speaking, I guess we're finding pieces of her journal, or is this like a realization? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna question it, but it has shown us a little bit more of the relationship between the main character and her sister. Man, is it still looking jittery to you? Give me a moment. Man, recording video games is weird. Anyways, okay, that should be the last technical difficulty. I apologize for that. It's weird recording games, because, like, within the safe state of, like, me doing a test recording, everything is fine, and then, like, 10 minutes into a recording, it's like, let me become a slideshow. Anyways, so we are discovering little, bit by bit, the relationship between, you know, Christy and... It's the first episode, cut me some slack. Sam! Christy and Sam, I hope that's her name. Okay, so... First thing I do whenever I go into anyone's house is, of course, you know, inspect their bathroom, clearly. So, one of the fun things about this game is that we're like, That lighting is gonna piss me off. I may turn it off later. Anyways, so I don't know if you guys have noticed this from me, or I think I mentioned it before, but my favorite thing about games like Fallout was going around inspecting everything and basically opening every drawer. And this game kind of it scratches that itch for me. I love inspecting things. I love messing around people's houses. Don't tell Kitty that, or you know she's gonna realize that I'm awful. It's sparkle soap, and also I did have to lower the settings a little bit. Sorry if it looks not as shiny as it did before. Can't do anything about it. Can I roll the tape? Lame. Anyways, as I was saying, no, yeah, a lot of this game is gonna be exploring. Wow, that's actually really loud. And one of the things that I kind of love about this, soft plus. Okay, what I love about this is that somebody had to design all of these things. And as we play through this game, I'm gonna tell you about like the one lesson that I think this game teaches for writing, whether it is writing in the written medium or storytelling in movies and video games. This is something really well. But before we get there, let's actually keep inspecting things. Oh, can you actually talk about Stephen King? Freelancing tips and tricks from the pros, author magazine. Contests, critiques, blah, 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 get published. The blank page, how top 20 top authors conquer it. I think it's actually pretty cute. Let's actually, can we read it? Can I read it? Can I read it? Can I read it, or is this it? I guess this has got to be it. Oh, that's slightly lame, but that's life. Cool though. So we can tell by that somebody in this house actually likes writing, or you know, is fond of fiction writing. I think I remember somebody telling me that like Sam is actually into like writing fiction, which is pretty cute and makes me like her even more. Even though she probably did not totally murder her family. I don't know, actually, I'm just guessing. You know, I'm expecting things to be a little bit dark. Sam, Katie, Mom and Dad, Jan and Terry. Terry's got a very particular look on his face. Sam is cute, look at that cutie face. And that's us, and that's our mom, and genetics. Anyways, there's a phone. Hello, Chicago. Anyways, I had to make that joke, I'm sorry. Ooh, messages. That's clearly gonna be important. Let's not press on that just yet, it's clearly progress. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. I getcha. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. You know what? I don't want to say that I relate to that, but I mildly relate to that. Daniel's a total weirdo. Lame. I bet he had a crush on you. That's all. That's unfortunate. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Sam. Swoop. Swoop. Feel free to add your own sound effects. Do you make sound effects in real life? I find that I do make sound effects in real life. Like when I try to sneak by somebody and I'm like, swoop. Wow, things are looking a little bit. Oh, itinerary. Yeah. Okay, I can read this. Worldwide timetable. Katie's departure. Okay, so this is before I left. This is a year ago, clearly. Okay, yeah. Flight 881 to Amsterdam. Okay. So, I assume that we're in Portland, somewhere. I actually don't know where Portland is. I'm not American. But I assume we flew from somewhere here to Amsterdam here. So, that's interesting. Cool. Again, I love exploration games like this. Some people define them as walking simulators, and I honestly don't care what people call them. To me, it's like an art installation. You walk in there and you explore things, and you know, like I love going to museums. I think they're cool. I love walking around and inspecting things. And this game kind of is gonna scratch that itch for me. So that's the note. We learn about Daniel, the weirdo, and Sam not liking him. So there appears to be a message here. So let's listen to it.
Sam. Sam.
I assume that's me.
Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th.
Hey,
but
that's
it's a really late
us.
flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So, of course. Okay, so clearly we know that messaging machines play the latest messages first. So clearly we were freaking out about Sam, and then he played our earlier message of us being all like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, you don't need to pick us up. We'll be there. You know, don't worry about it. Totally don't be dead when we get home." So that's interesting. So clearly we got here, and there's a little bit of a hole in the timeline, but we assumed that by the time we got here by ourselves, we were really freaking out about our family. Now, there's a lot more doors, and we have a little bit more time in this episode, so let's go and explore things. Again, if I didn't know that this game was not terrifying, I honestly would not be like walking around so easily, but I'm coming into this game knowing very well that it's a relaxing experience. Just come in and enjoy the story and all the little things that you'll find in the background. So, nothing there. Just some doors with phone books. No, okay, I can't interact with that. I can interact with that. Oh, there's a letter right there. Dear Sam. Oh no, Jan. That's a J, I think. Maybe. Cursive is weird. Oh my god, welcome to Max Hates Cursive. I actually like Cursive. Okay. Dear Jan. It's so good to hear from you again! Exclamation mark. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure! Another exclamation mark. Remember the little room we shared freshman year? Okay, I have to assume that Carol is friends with Jan. Can you see my mouse? I hope you can see my mouse. They were friends with Jan, I have to assume. Maybe this is like a friend of the mom. When we were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes, I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look, well, and you just got both. Ha, that's funny. Somebody up there likes you. Foreshadowing. I don't think nobody up there likes anybody. I could use some of that magic. Oh, I am so sorry. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them! Exclamation mark. Seriously! Exclamation mark. Oh my god, we're total girlfriends. But I shouldn't be complaining about this all. Good old uplift love we've had since Bob got transferred to Wyoming. Wow. I hate Cursive so much. That's the name of this episode. We just got new vinyl writing. What is this going on? Jealous yet? I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of your writing. Please, to keep all the Cursive in the world. Let me know if you are over. Want to trade places. Ellipses. So how are the girls doing? Oh, finally, plot related stuff. Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, Rumi, Carol. Okay. So, we are safe to know now that we haven't been living in this for a long time. Clearly not. And, you know, we're finding mementos of people being all like, "Oh, it's so nice to see you. Congrats on the house, blah, blah, blah." Sugar Skull. Hecho and Mexico. I don't even know what that means. It sounds dumb. This is Regional Track and Field Finals, April 29, 1990. Girls 100-meter race. First place, Jamie Blum, Carla Jones, Shanna. Oh, Caitlin Greenbrier. That's us. Nice. So we're good at track and field, I guess. Regional Track and Field Finals, April 22, 1991. Girls long jump event, Caitlin Greenbrier, first place. So did we go to Germany for, like, sports? Sports. Let's talk about sports, you guys. Hey, there's a book over there. It appears shiny. Let's interact with it. The Holy Bible. So what was I doing now? Yeah, so we have a couple more doors to explore too. So let's, you know, talk a little bit more about the story so far. And I really do hope the game isn't looking jagged to you, because it's looking a little jagged to me. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, this game is going to be a lot of exploring and talking and learning about this world, which I think is one of the strengths of the narrative. Forestry Service, Janice Breyer, Greenbrier. Senior Conservationalist, serial number. Goodfellow High School. It's looking a little pixelated. That's because I had to lower the settings. Sorry about that. My computer is not exactly, you know, awesome. Front hall. I thought it said Full House, and I'm like, oh my god, is Bob Saget gonna be in this? Yeah. Oh, dude, okay, it's Bob Saget, the adventure game. I mean, Bob Saget. Full House, the adventure game. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. So, you know what? I do like, by the way that we track progress is basically by lighting lights. I kind of like that, actually. This is the fire detector. Can I... Oh, there's no jump button. That's right. I was actually testing this with Ace, or Plague, and... Okay, so, clearly, of course, you know, game design 101. You place upon your player their ultimate goal. And when we walked in here, the first sight is, of course, the stairs. So, I'm gonna leave doors open as well, so we don't mark where we're going. So clearly our destination is to go upstairs, clearly. But I assume there's gonna be an obstacle as soon as we, you know, go on top. 2. Oh, nice. Yeah. I love that there's actually a map. I'm actually shocked. I didn't expect there to be a map. Art? Is this game art? Let me know in the comments below. I actually... Oh my god, there's a deck of playing cards! Oh my god. I love... plagues. I love decks of playing cards. Newspaper clipping. Control burn scheduled for Boone County. Blah 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 blah. Exposition. Some sort of forestry. We know that Janice, our mom, works at the forestry department, and they're gonna be burning things, I guess. Valuable training tool, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna read this, okay? I'm gonna read story-related things. Now, this was on October the 1st, 1994. That's important. That's a year ago. Which means that it's not important to our timeline right now, or maybe it is. We'll have to find out. It's raining outside, so I have to assume that there's not a fire, like, you know, that's, you know, burning the rest of the forest outside, and that's the reason why our parents are not here. I have to assume, right? Okay, deck of playing cards. Work with me. Did my game just freeze? Okay, I thought my game had just frozen for a moment. That was terrifying. Okay, anyways. Back to Max doesn't have a heart attack. Or more like Max doesn't have a heart. Am I right? Anyways. So, you know what? I think that this actually makes for... Actually, no, there's more time. I was gonna be all like, I'm gonna let you all go. Nah, let's explore a little bit more. Some more lights. Ooh, a desk. We're gonna comb over this house. Comb the whole house. Yes, examine a yes. Notice of temporary personal transfer. Okay, so the forestry service, they had some sort of personal transfer. Okay, the prescribed burn. I like that it's kind of following its own, you know, meta, I guess. This, of course, took place before the news clipping, which was on October. This is actually August. Interesting. So there was some sort of controlled burning at the forest. Excuse me? Just gonna start drawing. And that pen fell through the universe. I am so sorry about that game. Weekly planner. Alright, time to start, you know, sticking my nose in other people's business. So, 994. This is a year ago. Again, couples counseling? Couples dancing? Couples burning? Cooking class, take apron, ballroom dancing. I have to assume this is dancing, right? What do you think this means? Welcome back to Max Hates, like, handwriting. I don't actually hate. Okay. Couples. What? Bowing? Brewing? Dancing? Doesn't look like dancing, though. Is it dancing? I think it's dancing. Oh my god. Who writes their D's like that? It looks like browning. Brawling? Couples brawling. Now, that's a way to let go of steam. Same schedule, ballroom dancing. Cooking class on Wednesdays. Interesting. Ballroom dancing crossed out with cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. So, Mom was preparing some sort of meal? Interesting. The big meal. That's interesting. Ooh, a cassette tape. Bradmobile. Potty mouth. Interesting. For Sam. Oh, it's empty. Interesting.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour. and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this."
Oh no,
And
this
stopped
song.
playing it since.
Okay. I own the soundtrack to Gone Home. It's actually pretty good. It's really mellow, but that track is like the best track, and I've put it in both my like romance playlists and my childhood friends playlists and my sorrow playlist because it's happy and sad and heart touching and heart wrenching. Okay, I think that is, if anything, a great point to actually bring this episode to a stop. Again, this is gonna be a different series. It's gonna be kind of a lot more casual. We're gonna be exploring the house and learning more about this world that we're living in and the situation that we're in, and we're going to unsolve the mystery of what happened to our parents. For the time being though, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. If you have any comments or suggestions or ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Please stay away from, leaving spoilers. I don't really appreciate that. And I know that you're all really cool people and nobody has ever done that, but I'm just putting it out there because I actually know nothing of this plot and I kind of want to be surprised by it. So, with that said though, as always, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me and I'll be seeing you soon. Mwah!